alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. For many people, this is just green foliage. But the more you practice with the sit spot, which is the early exercises I'm trying to get you to do, the more that you move into the right brain hemisphere, the more that you study, the more that you connect with the Quran, the more that you connect to al-Quran al-Taqweeni, the more that you go into deep tafakkur. Even if it's 5 minutes of the day, I explain to you that inshallah ta'ala, and you rise in these steps, 4 key levels of deep Islamic contemplation that the ulama tell us about. That inshallah ta'ala, you will begin to see everything in creation in terms of relationships, patterns. So you won't just be looking at foliage from the hedge or looking down, which may look like weeds. It's completely different. As I look here, there are relationships everywhere. SubhanAllah. You've got the beautiful colours, the different textures of the greens, but this is just the first level. Really, from Islamic contemplation, moving up to the second level. Because the first level is just greenery, it's just there. But the second level is looking at the textures, observing perhaps the species of what is here, the biology. You begin to understand it. I need to know more. Then we move into the ecology. The science of ecology is about relationships. And then we add on the human side, which is the human ecology. That's the human ecology that in a secular society, in our academic institutes, they just study one particular aspect of human ecology, but don't connect to the Quranic perspective, the spiritual perspective. Because science, to the secular society, to the Western society, which is a linear reductionist Descartes perception of the world, that the natural world is just a machine. It's there to be used and be abused. It's just there in its parts. It cannot be connected. It has no meaning. Every flower, every leaf has meaning. This is the language of nature that we need to be able to read. And here, just in this small area here, are the universal laws, the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which are there in the Quran. Just like when we read the Quran, alif ba ta, every letter has meaning, has shape, has patterns. Every letter, every word, every surah, every ayat has meaning. And this is what we need to do in the outdoor madrasa, which is this particular project. But apart from that, this is how we need to bring our youth, the next generation, the future Khalifa, inshallah ta'ala, alive. The Quran today in the maktab and the madrasa has no meaning. We are reading the Quran and we're getting screamed at and shouted at, memorize, and we have no understanding of what we are learning. Can we then wonder why our children and our youth are more connected to the secular schools? Because they understand it has meaning rather than the Islamic sciences. Because sadly, even our ulama have been conditioned to teach in the same way as this reductionist, this Descartes linear method. We need to change, and that's what we are about. Assalamu alaikum.